Money problems rarely come from a single bad decision. Instead, they grow slowly over time through repeated behaviors that seem harmless in the moment but become destructive in the long run. Many people spend years wondering why they are not financially stable, why they cannot save money, or why they feel stuck no matter how hard they work. The answer often lies not in income, but in habits. Your financial life is a reflection of your daily actions, your mindset, and your discipline. If those are misaligned, even a high income cannot save you from financial struggle. On the other hand, strong habits can build wealth even with limited resources. One of the biggest misconceptions people have is that becoming wealthy requires extraordinary talent or luck. In reality, it requires consistency, awareness, and the willingness to change harmful patterns. The habits you repeat every day either push you closer to financial freedom or pull you deeper into financial stress. Most people never take the time to analyze their behaviors, and as a result, they continue making the same mistakes year after year. Today we will talk about 7 money habits keeping you poor. Stop these today. So, before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Living without a budget is one of the most damaging financial habits because it creates confusion and lack of control. When you don't have a plan for your money, you are essentially allowing it to disappear without direction. Many people believe they have a general idea of where their money goes, but in reality, small expenses accumulate quickly and create a significant impact over time. Without tracking your finances, it becomes almost impossible to identify where you are overspending or where you can improve. A budget is not meant to restrict your lifestyle. It is meant to give you clarity and control. It allows you to allocate your income in a way that supports your goals instead of working against them. When you have a clear plan, you can ensure that essential expenses are covered, savings are prioritized, and unnecessary spending is minimized. Without this structure, financial decisions become reactive rather than intentional. People often avoid budgeting because they think it requires complex tools or constant effort. In truth, even a simple system can be highly effective. Writing down your income and expenses, categorizing your spending, and reviewing it regularly can make a huge difference. Over time, this habit builds awareness and discipline, which are essential for financial growth. The moment you start budgeting, you begin to take control of your financial future. Spending more than you earn is a fundamental mistake that guarantees financial struggle. No matter how much money you make, if your expenses exceed your income, you will always be in a deficit. This habit creates a dependency on debt, which can quickly spiral out of control. Many people justify overspending by telling themselves they will earn more in the future. But this mindset often leads to long-term financial damage. Lifestyle inflation is one of the main reasons people fall into this trap. As their income increases, they upgrade their lifestyle, buying more expensive items, dining out more often, and increasing their overall spending. Instead of using additional income to build wealth, they use it to support a higher cost of living. This creates a situation where they are still living paycheck to paycheck despite earning more. Breaking this habit requires a shift in mindset. You need to understand that financial success is not about how much you spend, but how much you keep and grow. Learning to live below your means is one of the most powerful strategies for building wealth. It allows you to save, invest, and prepare for the future instead of constantly catching up with expenses. Ignoring savings is like walking a tightrope without a safety net. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected expenses can arise at any time. Without savings, even a small financial emergency can turn into a major crisis. Many people underestimate the importance of having an emergency fund until they find themselves in a difficult situation with no backup plan. Saving money is not just about preparing for emergencies. It is also about creating opportunities. When you have savings, you have the flexibility to make better decisions. You can invest in your future, take calculated risks, and avoid being trapped in unfavorable situations. Without savings, you are forced to react to circumstances rather than control them. Building an emergency fund does not happen overnight, but consistency is key. Even small contributions can grow over time and provide significant security. The goal is to create a buffer that can cover several months of expenses, giving you peace of mind and stability. Once you develop the habit of saving, you will start to see its long-term benefits in every aspect of your financial life. Debt is one of the most common traps that keep people financially stuck. While it can be useful in certain situations, excessive reliance on debt creates long-term problems. Many people use credit as a way to maintain their lifestyle rather than as a strategic financial tool. This leads to a cycle where they are constantly borrowing to cover expenses and then struggling to repay what they owe. The biggest issue with debt is interest. Interest increases the total amount you have to repay, often making it significantly higher than the original amount borrowed. Over time, this can consume a large portion of your income, leaving you with less money for other priorities. The longer you stay in debt, the harder it becomes to break free. To overcome this habit, you need to focus on reducing and eventually eliminating your debt. This requires discipline, planning, and sometimes making sacrifices in the short term. Avoid taking on new debt unless it is absolutely necessary, and prioritize paying off existing obligations. Once you free yourself from debt, you will have more financial flexibility and control. One of the biggest missed opportunities in personal finance is delaying investment. Many people believe they need a large amount of money to start investing, which leads them to postpone it indefinitely. However, the most important factor in investing is not the amount. It is time. The earlier you start, the more you benefit from compounding. Compounding allows your money to grow exponentially over time. Even small investments can turn into significant amounts if given enough time. By delaying investment, you are essentially losing valuable years of growth. This is why starting early is crucial, even if you can only invest a small amount. Investing also helps you stay ahead of inflation, which reduces the purchasing power of your money over time. Keeping your money idle means it is losing value, while investing allows it to grow. Developing the habit of investing regularly can transform your financial future and help you achieve long-term goals. Financial illiteracy is a major reason why many people struggle with money. Without understanding how money works, it is easy to make poor decisions that have long-term consequences. Many people rely on advice from unreliable sources or make decisions based on emotions rather than knowledge. Learning about personal finance does not require formal education. There are countless resources available, including books, online content, and practical experience. The key is to be proactive and continuously improve your understanding. The more you learn, the better equipped you are to manage your money effectively. Emotional spending is one of the most difficult habits to control because it is driven by feelings rather than logic. Many people use shopping as a way to cope with stress, boredom, or other emotions. While it may provide temporary satisfaction, it often leads to regret and financial strain. Impulsive spending is also fueled by external influences such as advertising and social media. Constant exposure to products and lifestyles creates a sense of urgency and desire, making it harder to resist unnecessary purchases. This leads to spending on things that are not truly needed. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.